Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. Kind of cold here, so not getting a lot done outside. Welcome to Friday. Getting to be time for a new moon. Anyway, what am I up to today? I spent most of the morning, well actually I spent most of today working on my heating system. I have an oil burner. Right now, this house, I can heat it with wood pellets. I can heat it with wood stove. That's the chooch over there. I now have a heat pump. And there's also an oil furnace. The problem we're running into on the East Coast is it's supposed to go down below zero tonight, and most heat pumps don't do much below zero. And if I didn't have the oil furnace, I have a hot water baseboard. And if I didn't have the oil furnace and I didn't have hot water baseboard, I wouldn't worry about it. I would just, run the wood stove and everything else. But given that I have hot water baseboard, there's a string that goes in the garage up on the ceiling. Well, in the garage and actually under that unheated sunroom, and I'm worried about it freezing. There's like a 6-foot section kind of up in the ceiling up against the back wall. So I figured I better fire the oil furnace up. And of course, before I could fire it up, I had to clean it and, go through all that trivia. This year, luckily, the pipes didn't fill with air. But anyway, you probably don't want to hear about that. So given that I got almost nothing done in the garage up here today, I wanted to bring this down and I could work on it inside. My problem is these are a little tight, so what I'm going to do is get rid of some more of the angle iron, which will let these spread out, and same with the bottom. The last thing I want to do is have these so tight that they crack the aluminum case. I'm also these holes are tight on the bolt that goes through, and I'm going to drill them out to the next size. I deliberately made them tight so when I was laying everything out, as I tightened the bolts, they would automatically square up. But from a putting it together point of view and having like a little bit of give if I'm on bumpy terrain or something, I have to make those holes a little bigger, so I'm going to do it inside where it's warm. You know what? I'll do a shout out on the next video, because actually I have a good one and I want to spend some time at it. You guys know the Hoard runs on parts. Continuously it needs parts. These two containers were $25 eBay deal. Delivered, he wanted $29.99 or best offer. I offered him $25 and I got it. Now to open them such that I don't spill them all over. These are nuts, bolts, washers, just routine stuff. But I thought a bunch of this stuff was really important. These chain guides. Some people are asking, $10 to $20 on eBay. These guys, once again, $10 to $20. The sprocket, great sprocket. No, it's a good one, but not great. But you see, he's got those bolts with the shoulders on it. Once again, $20, $25 on eBay. These, when you put the head on, these are sleeves, guide pins, whatever you want to call them. He put a bunch of those in there. I got a bunch of dogs for a starter, and he included the clip. This is the clip that holds this cage thing on the starter, recoil starter. And he included these rubber cushions for gas tanks. I mean, all these things, kind of hard to. That's the spring that goes behind that thing. This is the spring that lifts the foot brake. So, you know, $25. You go, oh, you moron! You got a bunch of nuts and bolts. But he included a bunch of really good stuff. I mean, I saw it before I bid, obviously, right? So, parts. Second thing, fuel filters. These came from China. There are 20 in the bag, delivered to the house, $4.42. Fuel filters, guys, you know as well as I do, a lot of these gas tanks, especially as they get to be old timers, they get really, really nasty. So when you're paying like 20 cents each for them, how could you, you know, that way, whenever, you don't even think twice. You just smash your fuel filter on everything at 20 cents each. For you guys who sell used bikes or bring them in and sell them, right, you put a 20-cent fuel filter in and you might save yourself a return. So how could one go wrong for that? Yeah, these are just nuts and bolts. I think you guys could see through the container, all kinds. He's got the ones for mounting the rear end. He's got a bunch of fender stuff in there, a lot of good stuff. So for $25, you can't go wrong. Whenever you're trying to put bikes together, especially, you know, you're fishing around with some of this kind of junk, and you realize, oh man, I don't have this specific bolt to put whatever cover on. Well, now I got a little hoard to go into to get these things. That and fuel filters. Okay, I'm going to make this video quick because what I want to talk about next really doesn't go with it. So anyway, folks, remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and please get out there and enjoy all your days. Even if it's frigid cold, make sure you get out and have fun. Thanks for watching and commenting and subscribing, and we'll catch you guys shortly. Bye now.